Now let's step back, take stock of this case study, and then ask ourselves, what would happen if we looked at past pay-per-click data and used that to guide some of these SEO decisions? So all other things equal, let's consider this fictitious set of numbers related to bird watching, whale watching, and bear watching in the 3 markets where they operate. Now, based on various external factors, we can see that the numbers are different. There are different conversion rates and spend levels, and thus cost per conversion. There is an aggregate number in blue at the bottom of $32.60 per conversion, per qualified lead to the site. But ultimately, what we really want to focus on is the bear watching segment, because this is the one that's clearly outperforming the program. The conversions in this channel cost anywhere between $8 and roughly $17, which is much better than the $32.60 we've been paying across the entire program. This would be a viable opportunity in order to pursue leads and new business at a low incremental cost of new customer acquisition. And really, specifically, the British Columbia segment within bear watching seems to be outperforming even that subset. So now we have a new SEO objective, which is to increase the site's visibility in organic search while specifically targeting those profitable consumers in the bear watching segment. Hence, we have a different execution plan. Now we hire our SEO company, and we have a different set of rules to give them. The first priority is bear watching, because we know that that's going to be likely to be the most impactful segment. Second priority is anything else, and if we decide to allocate that budget and time when we get around to it, that's a decision we take later. But now there's so much more that we can have our SEO people do. They can give us insight into new content development. For instance, if we know that bear watching visitors are likely to convert, let's start authoring new content aimed at that segment. Bear watching safety guidelines, how to plan a bear watching vacation, how to get close to bears without getting eaten. Don't forget that their whole corporate strategy revolves around the idea of getting customers closest to the action. These are all highly targeted content development tactics that will actually garner for the site incremental traffic. The SEO company comes in and finds the right keyword strategy to effectively connect those searchers with Wildlife Tour's website. And this is just simply a list of insights that comes out from that research process. But to take it even further, in social media, we can now participate in bear-related discussions. When people are posting their bear-watching videos, might as well get in on that discussion and be able to establish a little bit of a presence, connect this brand to its stakeholders, and ultimately just build some awareness and ultimately some engagement. Finally, we'd look at focused public relations and link building in order to really reach out to the people who are likeliest to bring in incremental traffic outside of the search sphere. So bloggers who are writing about bear watching vacations, directories of tour operators, even link partners who are in a position to really give significant SEO profile an added boost, knowing that Google and other search engines put a lot of stock in the quality of inbound links. The important thing here is to remember that generating new content and having a presence outside of the search engine space is really a very important part of ongoing SEO. That was just keyword data. The truth is that in pay-per-click, you get a lot of other insights from other sources beyond just those keyword lists. So if we look at the ad creative, imagine there are 3 different ads running. The one on the left talks about proximity to a major urban center, and also gives some insight into promotions, summer deals, 10% off. The middle one talks more about the company's safety record, and the third one talks about certain product features, the ability to book a private tour, for instance. Now, if you consider the click-through rate, it would look like the summer deals are really driving the highest click-through rate, and that's true. Discounts and promotions generally do drive traffic, but if you look at the conversion rate, it becomes pretty clear that the safety record is what drives action. That has the highest conversion rate, which means that ultimately, when it comes time to sign on the dotted line and put a deposit down for a bear watching vacation, they want to know that they're going to be safe, and perhaps a $10 discount, 10% discount is not going to make a huge difference for them. We could go much further You could look at geographic regions and compare them on like terms. You can take cost data from the keyword lists and really compare the incremental spend levels. Look at competition measured by ad position. If an ad is showing in the third place on the page, then certainly looking at who's showing up number one or number two would lend some insight into how to also position for SEO. Also consider semantic relevance. If a keyword has strong ROI on broad match, then it suggests that maybe there are a variety of contexts in which it can be used, and this can guide new content development. Now, if we're going to turn this into a long-term strategy, one thing to be very mindful of is that SEO is definitely not going away. Just 10 years ago, 11 years ago, 1998, there were 26 million pages in Google's search engine index, and 10 years later, that number had reached 1 billion. Google's ability to crawl the entire web in its ubiquity has only gotten better over time. Now, when you consider the chart from before, now it's been merged into one graphic, and we see that it's a very clear decision that you're making. If you apply insights from the pay-per-click channel, you're able to mobilize those SEO resources more efficiently, and that means you get bigger returns more quickly. Compare the distance between the orange line and the red line, and that right there amounts to a faster realization of the return on investment in the organic search channel. WebLiquid is a digital marketing and social media agency. Since 2003, we've combined the analytics of a consultancy with the communication expertise of an advertising agency. Our mission is to help clients better optimize their use of the growing digital space, putting to use experience in media planning, search and display advertising, SEO, and social media channels. With expertise in consumer behavior as well as communication technologies, we provide the strategic insight to help clients maximize ROI in the digital world. Thanks for watching, and keep in touch.